we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. Property auctions made quick, easy and simple. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers.
Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to another feature lot show for the Clive Emson Auctioneers June auction. It's coming up soon. Bidding goes live on the 13th of June, but it's still plenty of time to do your research, view the full catalogue. There's a QR code. Give that a scan. It'll take you straight through to the website, or you can type it out, cliveemson.co.uk, or just click the link in the body of this broadcast. There really is no excuse not to see all 139 lots going under the hammer next week, actually, isn't it, Paul?
It is, yeah, that's right. So all the lots are live now on the website, but bidding starts next Tuesday, the 13th of July, and then the auction will end on the 15th, so on Thursday next week.
Fantastic. Now, as you can see, Paul is back with us as well because he's got another lot that he wants to take us through. Who wants to see a little bit of magic? You ready for this?
Go for it.
There it is. It's not that much.
Impressive every time.
It wasn't impressive the first time. Wasn't clever the second time, and it's just getting worse the third time. But so there's
Thank you.
There's a little bit of information running across the bottom. No prizes for guessing. Yes, it's lot 103. Here's a picture. Paul, give us a bit more information if you wouldn't mind.
Indeed, yes. So if you're looking for a commercial investment, you don't need your eyes tested. This is the one for you. Don't need to go to Specsavers. You can go to Boots Opticians. And this is in Maldon High Street. So it's a little commercial unit just on the High Street there in Maldon. And well, a slight correction to your the graphic you've just put up. Actually, the guide price has actually just been reduced this morning.
Oh, okay. Breaking news.
Yeah, I love a bit of breaking news. Guide price is now £110,000 plus.
Oh wow. Okay, there we go. Look at that.
Okay.
Breaking news.
There you go. £110,000 plus. Yeah. So that's the guide price. All been changed. It's all on the website. And until earlier this week, we hadn't been able to get inside to do the video and everything. But the guys at the opticians there were very helpful. And I went in after the shop closed on Monday night, and they've allowed us in to do a video. So have a look at the video, and hopefully it's something that will tickle your fancy.
Fantastic. Here it is. I love that, Paul. And can I just say as well, I saw you in the
You've
background
seen me
bobbing your
driving
head
away.
to this music, so I was doing exactly the
I love that bit of music.
same.
Yeah.
It's a lovely lot, that though, isn't it? Really, really quite
Yeah,
quaint, isn't it? And of course, did you get a free eye test as well, Paul?
You've seen my driving, but no,
That's why I asked.
yeah, that's right. Yes. So no, but it's a really nice little lot, and it's commercial investment, freehold shop, and it obviously is on a high street location. It's currently let to Boots Opticians at is it £7,250 per annum. So that's a nice little rent. But I think there's probably a bit of scope to maybe improve that. It's only a small little unit, remember. But as I say, there's a chance to perhaps see a bit of uplift in that rent too, because they're actually holding over. It was an initial 10-year commercial lease they signed back in 2011, so that expired in 2021. So we're already 2 years holding over. So they're right there for signing a new lease, hopefully, and getting them tied down to a new contract.
Excellent.
But even if they
Fantastic.
didn't, and it just continued in the short term, it's a nice little unit that you can either use yourself for a business, or hopefully you'd have no trouble in reletting on the high street there. There's a lot of sort of little boutique shops and things in Maldon High Street as well, little coffee shops, nail bars. It's a really thriving little high street. That road runs down to the Promenade Park as well, and the Hythe Quay. So it's a really nice little spot. Really nice little spot.
I was gonna say, high street lots are always good, aren't they? Like you're always going to be able to feel that, definitely. Sure.
Yeah, and as I say, I mean, I know some people say that the high street's dead, but Maldon really isn't. You go there on a Saturday afternoon, you have to walk in the road because there's so many people on the park footpaths. So as I say, it is a really buzzing little high street, and I'd hope that even if the current tenant didn't continue, then you'd have no trouble reletting that.
Excellent stuff. Right, Paul. We've actually already asked you the questions about your top tips, haven't we? Research is the new show that you're going to be creating as well for this. But for those watching now, just explain a little bit about how the auction works. We know bidding goes live on the 13th, but what happens from then, Paul?
Yeah, so as I say, all the lots are live on the website, so you can go through and look at all the lots. So say this one you're really interested in. So that's the one for me. What do I need to do? I need to get myself in a position ready to bid. So I've downloaded the legal pack. I'm happy with that. I've taken that to my solicitor. They've given me their advice. I've looked at the video. Obviously, unfortunately, there's no internal viewing on this one because obviously we can't interrupt the business. But if you want to go in and order a pair of glasses, I'm sure they'll be only too pleased to serve you. But as I say, then you need to register to bid. You can do that direct from our website. On the page for this property, there's a button that says register to bid. You go through the process, entering in your details. You then go to your dashboard. Once you've set up your registration, you go to your dashboard. Then you need to fill in all your details and your solicitor's details, your ID, and also a method of payment, so a credit or debit card that we can take the holding deposit from. If you are successful, once you've got those 3 green ticks on your dashboard, you're right ready to bid. So then you've got to wait for the lots to go live on the 13th, on Tuesday the 13th next week. And once they've gone live, you can get stuck in, fill your boots, get you to make your bids. You can do proxy bids. You can jump ahead of the bidding. You can watch it all the way through to the close time on the Thursday the 15th. And just need to put your bids in as and when you want to. If you want to do a proxy bid, you can then put your maximum level in, but the system will only bid up to the next bid for you if there's competition to bid against you, and it will only then obviously go up to your maximum. But again, that's all. Have a read through the terms and conditions. It's all explained on there. But yeah, as I say, it's exactly the same as being in an auction room, but you're sitting in front of your computer doing it. So it's an online auction. It's kind of an eBay style in terms of there's a clock counting down. So you just so you know what to expect. You'll see all the other bids coming forward. So each person's given a randomly designated letter, and you'll see all their bids as they come forward during the time. And I wish you luck. And if If your bid's the top bid and with just a few seconds to go, someone comes in with a higher offer, don't panic. You haven't got to panic straight away. The timer will extend by 5 minutes if someone bids in the last 5 minutes of the process. That way, it gives everyone a fair chance to make an informed decision about whether they make another bid or not. And that will continue right up until everyone's dropped out and the highest bidder's there and the clock gets to 0. And at that point, they are the buyer and they've exchanged contracts.
How long? What's the longest one, Paul, that's gone on? It's got right down to the last 5 minutes. Somebody's bid, and then somebody else has bid, and then somebody else has bid. What's the longest one you've ever had?
We had a bit of land in Stone, just quite close to Blue Water Shopping Centre in Kent. It was a little development opportunity. A little parcel of land had a planning for a 2-bed house on it, and it started at about 75,000. 10:30 at night, that was still going. That was in the earlier days when we were doing this, and I've got to say, people are much more switched on to it now. I think at that time, everyone was just literally waiting for the last minute because it's human nature. But I think people are much more prepared. They understand the system now, so they tend to do their bidding a little bit earlier in the day now. So we're not all sort of just sitting there waiting 5 minutes, another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes. So I say it does still happen, but some go on a couple of hours longer. But as I say, that one was still going on at 10:30. Everyone else had got to bed, but so that we had to keep watching it.
No early finish for you. Right, Paul, thank you so much for joining us again. It's always a real pleasure to have you. And of course, the team from Clive Emson, the June auction. Bidding goes live on June the 13th. Don't forget, if you do want to view the full catalogue, download the legal packs, have a look at more pictures or videos. Just scan that QR code there. Type it out, www.cliveemson.co.uk, or just click the link in the body of this broadcast. If you are going to bid, good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
Cheers now. Bye.
We've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. Property auctions made quick, easy and simple. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers.